Hello, Cancer. How you doing? I feel like you guys are you feel new to me for some reason. Um, but familiar at the same time. Maybe you could be feeling that about somebody. Maybe you feel like you've known someone your whole life, when you could have just met them. Um, I'm hearing fast friends. So maybe you're making a fast friendship. You and somebody are becoming fast friends. Um, let's see what comes out for you guys. I didn't have any channeled messages for you. Um, oh, we have the star card. That's so lovely. So some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. Um, some of you are leaning into your abundance. This card speaks to hope, calm, faith, purpose, renewal, spirituality, fortune, good omen, and rejuvenation. I don't know why I struggled to say that word. Rejuvenation. Okay. Some of you, I'm hearing that you're taking time with somebody. You could be taking time with yourself or a loved one. Taking time to love somebody, being patient, being compassionate. Yeah, I'm seeing compassion. This card speaks to comfort, calm, nurturing, healing, emotionally stable, intuitive, and caring. That is the Queen of Cups energy. Some of you, this is the role that you're playing in your relationships. This is how people view you. This could be how you view somebody else. Somebody that's in your energy. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini. And for some of you, this is your energy. This is how you're showing up in the world. If you have children, this could be how your child views you. Some of you are going into a career that leans into, I'm hearing therapy, some kind of therapy, whether that be talking therapy, whether that be music therapy. I'm seeing somebody's dancing. So you could be doing physiotherapy or some kind of movement-based healing work. Some of you are using your intuition in a business endeavor. So you could be a reader, you could be a guide of some sort, you could be a teacher. Yeah, I'm hearing children around you. This is how the children around you are seeing you. So you could be a teacher. You could work in a school. What else? For the cancers. What does Cancer need to know? Some of you, I'm hearing you need to do breath work. Breath work is coming out for some of you. I'm hearing exams. I'm hearing somebody's doing exams, grading exams, invigilating. I think that's the word I'm looking for. I think so. Um, yeah, I'm hearing you could be the person who walks around during the exams to make sure that everybody's okay and everything's going to plan. There's no cheating, no talking. Um, so what is this? The Nine of Wands. Mm, mm. What is this one? What is this? What is this Nine of Wands? 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 I'm hearing prepare for the worst, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. For some of you, there's new opportunities coming in that are going to force you to be persistent. Um, and I'm hearing not give up at the first hurdle. I'm hearing some of you are in university, some of you are in some kind of schooling at some kind of institution of sorts. I'm hearing mental fortitude. Um, I'm getting the energy of somebody who needs to try, needs to. I'm hearing that final push. Um, I'm also hearing if you really want it. So for some of you, you could be debating whether or not you actually want to continue with this degree, qualification, experience, um, internship. For some of you, if you are at an internship or at like in a temporary workspace, again, there's this energy of preparing for the worst but hoping for the best. I'm hearing putting in action toward the best outcome. Um, and I'm hearing if you do get this role that you're hoping for and working towards, don't think that it's going to be a walk in the park. The hard work doesn't stop once you get to where it is that you want to be, because then the work to maintain, I'm hearing maintenance, excuse me, that's confirmation. The work to maintain that role, to maintain that position, I'm hearing, um, is just the same. It's just as, I'm hearing, just as grueling. So maybe for some of you, that's why you're having to make this decision and be really intentional with the choices that you're making at the moment, because you know how much hard work is going to be involved. I'm hearing some of you, you're going to be a doctor. For some of you, you're in some kind of creative field that takes a lot of energy from you. I'm seeing somebody's wearing glasses, so you could need to stare at screens for a long time. Um, you could need your eyes to do this particular job. I'm hearing some of you need to get an eye test. You need to make sure your eyes are in the best health. What else? What else for cancers? What else for the cancers? Ooh. What else for the cancers? We have Ace of Cups. So this is giving a new venture. Maybe you're falling in love with a new business venture. You're taking your I'm hearing you're taking your hobbies and you're building something new. Um, yeah, I'm hearing creativity. So the Ace of Cups speaks to love, compassion, creativity, new feeling, spirituality, intuition, new baby, proposal, and marriage. So some of you are getting proposed to or proposing to your loved ones. Congratulations. Congratulations. Let's see. What else? What is this Ace of Cups? What's the outcome for this Ace of Cups? Ace of Cups. What's the outcome for this Ace of Cups for the Cancer? What is the outcome for the Ace of Cups for the Cancers? I'm hearing Cancer, baby. Do 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 do. Yeah, so you're coming into something new. Um, you could be dating somebody of a demographic that you've not dated before. So maybe if you're used to dating tall people, you could be dating a short person. If you're used to dating um, people of a certain race, you could be exploring outside of that. Somebody's really open, loving, accepting kind of person. I'm hearing you don't judge a book by its cover. So if this is for you, um, I'm hearing that you're building the muscle or you've developed the muscle of following divine guidance. Some of you are feeling really abundant. The Most High is bringing in your blessings. Yeah, so I'm seeing that somebody's followed the instructions from Spirit, from Divine, from God, Goddess, from their higher self, their spirit team, the universe, um, the ancestors, if I didn't already say that. And you're being celebrated. Mm, yeah, you're growing into a new version of yourself. I'm hearing you're being washed anew. Yeah, celebration, collaboration, creativity, community, happiness. This is the Three of Cups. So some of you are celebrating the end of studying. Um, I know that getting degrees are a long process, so well done. You should be really proud of yourself. And you deserve to celebrate. You deserve to, you know, be thankful and glad that it's over. This season of studying for this particular thing is over, regardless of what grades you got, whether you got grades or didn't get grades, the fact that you put in the work and were willing to, I'm hearing dedicate yourself is important. So for some of you who didn't get the grades that you wanted, um, don't be like down on yourself if you know that you put in if you know that you put in the effort, or if you kind of were willing to. I'm hearing if you were willing to, you don't need to beat yourself up about not being able to do something. Um, I'm hearing just make sure that you do it next time if there's going to be a next time. So, for example, if you were studying for something, you didn't pass, you're at an advantage. So, I'm hearing see the silver lining, see the blessings in things. You'll be at an advantage because you will have learned a lot of the material already. Excuse me. I'm hearing speak less, do more. So some of you are being called into action. Some of you are being called into action. I'm hearing somebody's not good at following instructions. So maybe that could be a skill you could develop, your listening skills. I think there's an assumption when you get to a certain age that, you should have already developed your listening skills. But to be able to listen and truly, first of all, process, second of all, understand and comprehend something, um, and following that to action something if necessary, that is a lot of steps. And it can be difficult sometimes, especially when I'm hearing when you're overwhelmed. So some of you could have had something serious happen or something stressful, or maybe just the whole process of it was kind of stressful for you. Um, but still be proud of yourself. I think, you know, I'm seeing a scientist. So when a scientist does an experiment, if that experiment doesn't go to plan, beat themselves up, they just either try it again or they change something about it. Here you need to change your formula, whether that be your friend, whether that be the environment that you're in. Some of you need to decide between living at home, living in dorms, living in like a house or apartment, whether or not you want roommates, housemates. There's a lot of decisions to be made in regards to this new chapter. I'm hearing, where am I going to live? So some of you can really be kind of focused on that decision that could feel like a big decision for you at this time. Um, I think where we live is very important because home is the one space that is in your control, within your control. I'm hearing, and for some of you, your home is within your mind. I'm hearing fortify your mind. Some of you are being called to meditate. You're being called to find time for quiet, find time for rest, even if that is outside of your home. I think that's easier now that it's a bit warmer in a lot of different places. Um, so maybe there's a need to. This could be the energy for winter, where it's a bit more difficult to find places to go outside. Um, so if you are hearing this message in the summer months or the warmer months, you could be being called to explore the place that you live a bit more so that you can find places to, I'm hearing, rest your brain. So it could be a quiet cafe, that could be, anything that calls to you, anything that feels calm and fun to you, just so that you can have that kind of reset. For those of you who are in the middle of studying something and this time period isn't the end for you, um, there's a need to prepare. I'm hearing prepare for the following year, prepare for this new cycle, prepare for this new promotion, prepare for this new baby. There's a need to prepare for something and be aware that, preparation for the same thing can look different for two separate people. So for some people, um, what's most important for them is to have bottles and, I don't know, what do people buy with babies? Nappies, clothes. There are certain aspects that are going to be the same for everyone, but even in those aspects, there are, I'm hearing variations. So some people decide to do cloth diapering. Some people decide to um, potty train their newborns. I think people, I don't know, it's a very young age though that people start potty training from, where they actually put the baby over the toilet. Some people use traditional nappies. So even in having some kind of toileting method, I don't know why we're getting this, but even in the toileting method that you use for this new baby, there are variations of that. So I'm hearing somebody's traveling with a baby. Um, so be very intentional with the things that you do to prepare for something. Every child is going to need food in some capacity, whether that is breastfeeding or whether that is bottle feeding, formula feeding. Um, I'm hearing someone needs to go through their daily routine. That actually reminds me of the process that I do when I'm traveling. I tend to just go through my day, and whatever I use every day or whatever area I go to every day, which is usually the bathroom, I will know that I need to pack those things so I don't tend to forget anything. So, for example, when I get ready in the morning, um, I go to the toilet. So I always make sure, maybe this is significant for somebody. I'm hearing bring at least one roll of toilet roll, toilet tissue, some kind of toileting things. I don't know why we're in this realm, but okay. The next thing I do is obviously wash my hands. So if I'm not going to a hotel, I would bring some kind of soap for my hands so I can wash my hands. I'd often bring a mirror, like a small mirror. I'd bring, the soaps that I like and perfume and lotions and blah, blah, blah. All of the things that I need to feel prepared for the day. And it, gets more specific in terms of, okay, if I was to have a baby, they would need wipes, they would need potentially bottles, they would need clothes, they would need something to wash with, something to put on their skin after they've bathed, something to play with. So some of you are being called to play more as well. Not only focusing on the more practical or pragmatic things, but more so joy and I'm hearing encouragement, excitement. Um, I'm hearing you're a multifaceted being. Embrace it. So I'm hearing some of you are going into a space where you don't really know what you want to do. Um, I'm hearing some of you have manifested something, and now that your manifesting is approaching or is with you, you don't know what to do with it. You could have been, again, preparing for the worst and thinking that, being a bit pessimistic and thinking, this might not happen, or, that kind of more pessimistic energy. And now that this manifestation seems to be on the way to you, it's kind of like, oh shit, what do I do now? Um, it's like I'm seeing somebody scrambling because they didn't know that somebody was coming over. Maybe you manifested a person, and now that they're in communication with you, you kind of don't know what to say, don't know what to do. You're scrambling, trying to tidy the house. Um, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of excitement, but also this kind of apprehensive energy. I'm not sure who that could be for. Anything else? Anything else for the cancers? Anything else? Cancers? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, we've got the Six of Wands. So this card speaks to public victory, progress, self-confidence. Some of you are holding your chest high. You're holding your head high. You're bigging up your chest, as I would say, and you feel confident within yourself. You've seen your output, and it fills you with pride. You're proud of yourself. Yeah, like I said, even if you don't get what you want, whether you get what you want or you don't get what you want, you should still be proud that you had that perseverance and you put in the effort. You did what was necessary to work towards something. For some of you, this could be the first thing that I'm hearing, the first of many things that are going to propel you onto the path that is aligned for you. Some of you are really feeling yourself. I love that for you. Some of you have really good self esteem. And some of you are being called to consider your self esteem. Think about what you need to, build that within yourself. Um, that could be different tasks that you could set yourself. Um, I think with self love, self esteem, all of these, buzzwords, if you will, it seems like it's giving, okay, it sounds good, but what am I practically supposed to do? But what I've noticed is that often when people say, oh, just breathe or just eat healthily, it can seem trivial. I've definitely thought that at times. But when I've actually said, okay, fuck it, let's just do these things and see how it goes, because it can't be any, like, things can't get worse, essentially. Doing good things and building these good habits are not going to make things worse. So let's implement them and move forward from there. Along that journey of implementing these new things and building these new habits, and more positive ways of dealing with things, and being more mindful, things already within that journey, they already sort themselves out. There's already, because the perspective has changed, there's less of a bother. I'm hearing things are less troubling. Your thoughts are more so able to pass by, rather than, I'm hearing, rain on you. So if you think of your thoughts as a cloud, there's an option. I'm hearing there's an option to just observe them and not, I'm hearing, get bogged down in them, not sit in them, not wallow in them. There's an option to just notice something, notice a sensation, notice a feeling, notice an emotion, and observe it, feel it, and let it pass. Um, Being that you're at the end of a cycle, you're at the end of a journey and the beginning of a new one, you're celebrating. Some of you could be starting a family. You feel like you're at the right place at the right time, and everything is going just as you want it to be. This is the energy you're calling in. I'm seeing love, support. What is this? The Ten of Cups. So this card speaks to divine love, harmony, blissful relationships, alignment, inner happiness, fulfillment, dreams come true, family contentment, total love and support. Yeah. I'm seeing some people are in the club. You're in the club, you're having dinners, you're praying, you're grateful, you're thankful. Um, some of you could be visiting your religious institution and giving thanks. Any last messages for Cancer? Any last messages for Cancer? Any last messages for Cancer? Okay. You've got the Lovers reversed. So some of you are being called to meditate. The bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups. Some of you are being called to meditate. Wait for what's aligned for you. So if you are going along this journey of, self-love, self-compassion, etc., that could be creating like a distance between you and somebody that's not aligned for you. Yeah, some of you are being called to follow instructions, be obedient to source, to spirit, to God, goddess, the most high, universe, whoever you take spiritual guidance from. Hmm. What is this? What is the Lover's Reverse? What is the Lover's Reverse for Cancer? What is the Lover's Reverse for the Cancers? Mm, Two of Swords. I'm seeing a breakup. Some of you really need to sit with yourselves. I'm hearing you need to sit with yourself. You need to meditate. You could be needing to find balance. Um, I'm seeing some of you are painting. Somebody could be feeling betrayed. Um, if somebody has betrayed you, it was the case where God's protection the rejection was God's protection. So if a situation has gone in an unfavorable way or an that you hadn't anticipated that is not along the path that you would have hoped, I'm hearing, um, you're being protected by from something. It wasn't for you. I'm hearing this wasn't a lifelong thing, it wasn't for a lifetime. So this sounds like it could be a breakup. Um, some of you are struggling to get into this energy of balance. Um, you're struggling with decisions. You're struggling with following divine instruction. Mm. Some of you are in a relationship where this person doesn't see you as you are. You could be having arguments. It could be self doubt. But I'm hearing you're gonna come out of this, or you're gonna come through the other side with the self assuredness, like yeah, self confidence that you didn't have before. What is this? What is this for the cancers? Okay. Mm. Some of you are feeling trapped within your mind. You could be having negative thoughts. What is this? This is the Eight of Swords. So this speaks to negative thoughts, self-imposed restrictions, imprisonment, victim mentality, entrapment. So I'm getting nobody else is, you know, tying you to this place. Um, the Moon card beside it speaks to illusion. So maybe you feel trapped, but nobody's actually trapping you. This is self-inflicted. I'm seeing illusion, mystery, dreams, intuition, fear, anxiety, subconscious premonitions. Someone's being called to use their spiritual gifts. Um, Some of you are finding it difficult to connect with your spiritual gifts. And if it's not the connection that you're finding difficult, maybe it's the execution or finding a way to implement, I'm hearing implement these skills into your life. I would say on my own journey, there was a lot of self doubt on my journey. Um, and I had to unlearn, I had to reparent myself quite significantly, actually. And kind of only allow the energy that I wanted to reach me. I got very fierce with my peace. I got very selfish with my time, my energy. I was very selective with it. Um, and in doing that, I kind of filled my own cup and was able to give more freely. Um, excuse me, confirmation. But by not doing that, it would have left me feeling depleted constantly. So maybe some of you are on a similar journey. Excuse me. Someone's seeing something as a burden. What is this? The Ton of Wands. Burden, extra responsibility, hard work, completion. So maybe your hard work is coming to an end. Um maybe the relationship that's coming to an end. I don't see any cup there though. So it's not giving like love, emotion. The Lovers card is the only one that I'm seeing. Um, Somebody knows within themselves that they know where they need to go. They know the direction they need to be heading. They know the choices they need to make. And that could feel like a burden. Some of you don't want to make decisions right now. Mm, what is this? What is this with cancers? Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I'm hearing it's up to you. It's up to you. The Wheel of Fortune speaks to good luck, karma, life cycles, destiny, turning points, change, inevitable fate, ups and downs, and unpredictability. So it's up to you. I'm hearing there's opportunities coming in, new options for love coming in. If you're already in a relationship, this is kind of giving me the energy of deciding how you want to move forward. What kind of foundation are you trying to, I'm hearing, sustain? So if you've been together for a long time already, if you've already been together for a long time, there could be a need to assess the foundation, figure out what parts are strong, what parts are not so strong, reinforce those parts that are not so strong. Um, what is this? What is the Wheel of Fortune? I'm hearing what's meant for you can't miss you. What's meant for you can't. So it might feel like hard work and a long journey, and it might be really stressful, and it might be all of these other things. But what's meant for you can't miss you. Something's aligned for your path, and it's, you know, been placed along your journey, and it's, I'm hearing, if it's been ordained by God. I'm also hearing who God bless, no man curse. So don't be concerned about other, maybe this is other people's negative thoughts, other people's um limitations that they're placing upon you. um maybe it's hard work to kind of ignore these things and your own energy and stay in that positive mindset or that hopeful mindset where you know that anything can happen, miracles are impossible. There's nothing that's impossible. So we've got the six of here. I'm hearing somebody wants to up and leave their family, not forever, but for like a month. I'm hearing a week, a month, 2 months. They kind of want to travel, have a little break. Some of you are reconnecting with old friends. Some of you could be catching up and, sharing all of the things that have happened. What else? Some of you are building new friendships. People that are going to be there through the ups and the downs. Some of you are building friendships that you could also do business with. People often say it's not good to mix business and pleasure. Some people work really well with their friends, some people don't. So kind of use your discernment when going into business with people. The Knight of Swords is fast moving energy. So yeah, this energy of fast friends, this energy of like building connections, being driven. Some of you are meeting a new business partner, going into business. Yeah, you're going into business with an old friend, with a childhood friend. Both you both have a similar mindset in terms of your ambitious, driven, your career focused, goal oriented. I'm hearing. What does this card speak to? Ambitious, action oriented, driven to success, fast thinking, defending beliefs. So yeah, for those of you who resonate with the message of the people who are speaking negatively over your decision and your endeavors, um, I'm hearing you're not defending yourselves. You're just letting your actions speak for you. Good for you. You. Some people just won't ever get it, and I've always said that support and love are very different. People can love you and not support you. People often also say that um, their friends and family are not the people who they. So for those people who expect their friends and family to be the ones that like all the posts and purchase all the products, for some people their family and friends are not their target audience, and that is okay. I don't feel as though family and friends need to, pretend to be the target audience. I do think it's nice if they do patronize a new business of a loved one, but I guess I'm speaking to somebody who is or was or will be kind of deflated over their loved ones not paying much attention to their business. But if somebody's got like a baby clothing line and I don't have a baby or I don't have any babies that I want or need to buy for, I'm not buying it for the sake of it. Do you know what I mean? It has to make sense for me. And even in the case that it does make sense for me, if I'm, for example, focused on sustainable living and, making earth focused biodegradable clothing options for my baby and your clothing is full of plastic, I'm not going to buy from there. So maybe some of you could be finding resistance. There's resistance between some of you are finding resistance in that aspect. but that's absolutely okay. It's genuinely okay. Don't think that people love you any less or support you any less or ride for you any less fiercely. Um, we've got the King of Cups. We've got the Devil reversed, the Death card reversed, and the Strength card reversed. So I'm gonna just read this intuitively, and then we'll get into the card meanings. I thought I saw 4000, but it was 4600. So that could be significant for someone. Mm. So some of you, I'm seeing you're very you're not some of you are not people who are inclined to fly off the handle um and lash out or crash out over situations that you can't change or other people's actions that you have no control over. um I'm hearing even keeled. Some of you could be even keeled or you're behaving in that manner. um I'm hearing you're not afraid of doing what you need to do to get to the changes that you want. You're not afraid of doing what you need to do to ah I'm hearing you're being called to let go of the fear um within yourselves in relation to change, in relation to making decisions and sticking to them. You need to release self doubt. Maybe this is the energy that you're coming out of. Um, Perceived weakness. Some of you could be called to rest more, be intentional with your rest. I'm also hearing romanticize your rest. I'm hearing someone needs to speak to their selves. That could be for somebody. Um, Speaking manifestations and positive affirmations over yourself. Um, so I'm getting on the outside, you are seen to be this, you know, patient, balanced person. And on the inside, there's a lot of inner turmoil. I'm hearing fake it till you make it. So there's this, I specifically remember a video, a short interview of Rihanna, and somebody asked her, I'm paraphrasing here, but essentially it was like, when you don't feel like the baddest bitch of them all, what do you do? And she's like, I fake it. So some of you are feeling, you've got a lot of self doubt. You're not really connected to yourself at the moment. You could be experiencing depression. Some of you are feeling stuck in a situation. You're not feeling the best about yourself, but you still come out. seeming to be in this balanced, even killed energy. Um, I'm hearing you just have to wait until what you're feeling outside reflected on the inside, not the other way around. Um, or maybe this is somebody in your energy. What else? What else with the cancers? What else with the cancers? What else with the cancers? Yeah, it takes hard work to get to maintain this King of Cups energy. It takes hard work. Um, some of you, a man is coming into your life, or a masculine rather, is coming into your life with this energy, um, and you're being called to maintain your standards. Drop. I'm hearing because they're cute, or because they have some kind of desirable aspect about them. Um, I'm hearing keep your routine up. So maybe someone's coming into your life with this energy. Initially, they may seem balanced and compassionate and supportive, um, but underneath that, this is what they could be feeling: the limiting self beliefs. They could be resentful. I'm hearing to their parents. They could be resentful of their parents. Um, I'm hearing resentment towards anybody who doesn't behave in a way that they want. So this could be somebody who's kind of spoiled. Um, for some of you, you're coming into connection with, or you could already be in connection with, somebody who um, feels that to make themselves feel strong, they've got to weaken you. Or maybe this person's trying to connect with you. I'm hearing that's not a good man, Savannah. Some of you could be called Savannah. Some of you know that this person's not, aligned for. I'm hearing it here for a good time, not a long time. Some of you could be seeing this person or in connection with this person. Even I mean, it could be a friend as well, and you know that this isn't going to be a lifelong friendship because you have high standards and you're working on yourself. And I'm hearing you're going to quickly outgrow them. So you could even be in connection with this person and feel completely comfortable in the moment, but soon after becoming connected to this person, you will outgrow them because you're working so hard on yourselves. Not even so hard, but because you're working on yourselves and you're being very intentional, rather, not working hard, working out. Um, sorry, my window's open and there's a child outside. Um, some of you are encouraging a child. I'm hearing you're encouraging a child to believe in themselves. Maybe some of you could be, I'm hearing fostering, adopting, and you're encouraging this child, teaching this child the tools to develop high self-esteem. I'm hearing. For some of you, your partner could be the kind of person who will be like, "Don't go to work today, just stay at home." No, go to work. Go to work. I'm hearing build something for yourself. I'm hearing residual income. Residual income? Yes. Generational wealth, I'm hearing. So you need to stay diligent on your path, stay focused on your journey. I'm hearing follow divine instruction, confirmation. You're doing really well. For some of you, if you haven't already, you could be moving into a season where you're able to, increase your income. Some of you have been able to turn your hobbies into a business of sorts. Well done, guys. That's really amazing. Yeah, you're growing, you're building. I'm seeing skill development in this card. We've got diligence, passion, high standards, apprenticeship, mastery, skill development, repetitive tasks. So yeah, that speaks to routines as well. Making sure that you stay on top of your skincare routine, your nighttime routine, morning routine, the things that I'm hearing help you build stability. Um, demonstrate I'm hearing demonstrate diligence and demonstrate discipline. So you're teaching your brain essentially. There's a lot of work done on this, a lot of research done on this, on how to hearing elasticity. So maybe some of you might be called to research that. I'm hearing neuroplasticity. That's what it is. So there's ways that you can basically rewire your brain to work for you, um, rather than against you. I'm hearing. So that is all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for being here with me. It's been so lovely to share your energy. Um, I'm hearing there's a need for you're being called to be fearless. There's nothing to be afraid of. Don't wait to be ready, just act. Um, yeah, some of you need to stand on your boundaries and celebrate. Some of you are moving into a new home. Um, mm, I'm hearing some of you are being called to work through your triggers, your traumas, anything that you feel could be holding you back emotionally, um, and lean into the things that make you happy, lean into the connections that serve you, lean into the relationships that build you up rather than tear you down. Um, some of you are being called to forgive somebody. You're thinking about a new phase in your friendship or relationship. Um, yeah, that is all I've got for you today, Cancers. It's been so lovely to spend time with you and share your energy. Um, I'm really getting that, if you're experiencing some difficult times, just know that tough times never last. Like it can't be forever. It genuinely can't be forever. It could feel like it's already been forever, even if like, when something unfavorable happens, it can feel like an eternity. But trust me, what I'm hearing, once you get over this hill, um, the blessings that will reach you. I'm hearing a testimony. Your testimony will mm, your testimony will draw in silence from all that hear it. I'm hearing. So I'm seeing people listening to your story, listening to your testimony in like disbelief, jaws on the floor, feeling so hopeful, listening to you, knowing that, you're somebody who's so well put together, um, and seems, I'm hearing you make things seem easy. So you could have had a really difficult journey to get to where you're getting to, but you carry yourself with such grace that nobody would know unless you told them. I can definitely relate to that. So yeah, I'm trying to keep going. You're genuinely doing amazingly. And on that note, if you are starting your day or just rising or going about your day, I hope you have an amazing one. And if you're going to sleep anytime soon, um, I wish you the sweetest of dreams. And I'll speak to you guys again soon. Take care.